Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Wednesday, the 11th of April. Okay, so looking at the Eurodollar first, as seems to be ever, it's pushing up. We've continued to, we saw a continuation yesterday to the upside there. It looks bullish and certainly went that way. Had quite a strong retracement back around about 4 o'clock, but it's just bounced off its 4-hourly 8 and it seems to be pretty much on its way. The only problem is, of course, this morning is trying to get into the trade without just buying into a top or something. So a bit of a patience for me, because I would prefer to stay on the long side of this market. Or I know there's a daily pivot below, and that may well give us a target if it was to start breaking down. But for now, I'm just waiting. If we get a retrace maybe to the 60-20s, I would really rather be buying off that as opposed to looking for a short side. Now it may double top here. We may get a bit of let's check on the 4-hourlies here. It's not really. It may have diverged, but it's not a significant divergence on the RSI there, and it's pretty solid right the way through here. So overall, it's just a case of a bit of patience maybe to join the party there. Okay, the pound also has been buying in the last oh crikey, it's just changed a little bit. It's even closer to it now. Now there's a key trend line I've got here on the pound. This was obviously taken from the previous highs. It'll be interesting to see if it gets sold into this or whether we just break on through. Now a reaction, well, may get a bigger kicker. We're going positive on these dailies in terms of momentum. It's switched over. We're getting into a positive situation here, which is really just suggesting further upside. Again, solid movements at the moment and continuing to push. And again, waiting patience for something more on the retracement side. I mean, we may get a pullback. This is down to a 5-minute chart. It's gone a bit extreme where it's sitting at the moment. It's got a bit overbought on the number of time frames here. Maybe it will give us a pullback from that to get an opportunity. Again, the daily pivot's below us, so we'll see how we go. Now, of course, with these markets, when they've moved so much through the Asian session, we can get all change, and it's not unusual to see that this time in the morning. But at the moment, they do look relatively bullish, obviously, with the higher lows, higher highs running through these markets. And I'd really rather be waiting for the long side. But if they do roll over, well, we'll soon change tact. Dollar yen, well, it's consolidated. It's a bit rangy on this daily basis. It's not been an easy one to see the path of it, and it's just literally ranging where it is at the moment. It may have some more upside yet on this, but just struggling at the moment. And well, it's actually broken through some of the trend lines I was drawing on here. I've lost a couple of trend lines, but it's broken the one that I was looking at yesterday here. Just, I mean, but maybe it's got some potential to continue. And now if we've seen the pound and the euro pushing up, we should be seeing the dollar yen coming off. So, but it does seem a bit sticky in terms of the movement. Okay, Aussie dollar, what's been the weakest is well, it's held up pretty well. It has sold off a little bit this morning at the moment, but did manage to push through its monthly pivot in the end. I was watching that yesterday afternoon to see if it gave me a sell point. It didn't really. Just it was just too strong. Pushed on through, and actually pushed it. There was no trigger point anyway. So for me, just kept on going. So it could get back on the long side. Now it's got daily pivot just below it. It may be prudent to wait until it sits. Sorry, just get a trend line here. Until it sort of breaks these sort of levels. If it's going to run through, it may be just be well worth waiting. wait for some support. Now it's back into its monthly at the moment. It may just want to run through to its daily there, and that may give some support. Now target upside, well, obviously previous highs, it may give something more than that. It can be a bit sluggish through our trading session, as you can see from yesterday. We've seen with all these markets, they've worked better through the US session in terms of trend. Yesterday we were fortunate on the Aussie to get Euro to get a bit of a kicker following a noteworthy suggesting an interest rate may be possible on the deposit rate, but that was soon forgotten. Okay, anyway, Canadian dollar then. Canadian dollar sold off pretty well with the price of oil pushing up again. We've seen this sell-off yet again. Strong momentum here. It's just really continuing in that mode. It's consolidating a bit where it has. It extremed a little bit there. Any retracement may give us a gain, give us an opportunity to sell into. So watch this morning. See if it breaks through the 60-20 ones. Maybe we'll have an opportunity to sell in through on that. Okay, that's pretty much it on the technicals. From a fundamental point of view, this morning at 9:30 we've got the manufacturing data coming out, for manufacturing and production data coming out at 9:30. They can give us quite a kicker sometimes, so it's something to watch out for if you're trading a pound this morning. ECB President Draghi is speaking at 12 o'clock, but he's actually at an awards ceremony, so whilst questions may be asked, and following on from yesterday's speaker, perhaps someone may ask the question, but I think it's not a major one for me there otherwise. And then we've got inflation in the US, the CPI data coming out at 1:30, that core CPI, very important number there, and of course the FOMC minutes at 7 p.m. They do give some volatility around those minutes to see what wasn't said in the post sort of meetings, but it's really, as I say, inflation and the manufacturing production today, the two numbers I'll be more aware of through our trading session anyway, more focused on. Okay, that's it for me. Have a great one. Bye for now.